Uganda National Journalism Awards, as you hear the name, is an all-embracing scheme that, awards, I think, up to 20 categories of journalism. Most of the current awards, in specialized areas like reporting on finance, reporting on population and health, reporting on environment, and so on. Our idea was to bring together a scheme that recognizes excellence in journalism across the board.
The procedure we primarily follow is self-nomination. So if a journalist believes that they have done a good job and they really feel that their work is worth recognition, we encourage them to submit their best work of the year, the previous year.
The broad goal is to help sort of have a culture of reporting on public affairs that enables ordinary citizens to have access to information that can help them hold those in power accountable. We are trying to promote ultimately transparency and accountability by those who are in charge, and we think that these awards are in a way recognizing for the most part excellence in different aspects of public affairs reporting.
Of course, under excellence, there is journalistic effort. The journalist has gone out there and done the best job they could. They've found sources. They've found information, background information. They put something in context, and then they've tried to tell a good story that when you read it, it's a good story to read. It's interesting, and it says something to you. So I guess across the board, that's one of the main things that we do look for.
Yes, the awards are important because they're a very strong, good incentive, for people who do good work. So one of the things that we hope that these awards will do is to provide an incentive. And it is not just, and it's primarily a professional incentive, because I think to the extent that you get, the recognition of your peers and the recognition of the audience that consumes, your product.
And I won in the National Reporting Broadcast category. It was such an honor getting that award and working amidst professionals, communications professionals, media experts, people we know, and being recognized before them really does mean a lot. The story that won the award was that of the terror alert. We took a bag empty to downtown and decided to observe it for 2 hours, and basically we were just trying to look out at how vigilant are people vigilant on abandoned luggage. First of all, receiving that award has taken me places. I have managed to scoop a scholarship. I'm doing my master's, but I may not be there yet. But it's a clear pointer that I am progressing in my journalism career.
There's that pressure to achieve the greater good. So here's an award that pressures you to even do that greater good in a much better way. So the pressure has made me feel like I must keep the standard. The refinery story, you had a lot of people, women, who were saying all sorts of things. Our husbands are, going to get the money and drink it off. Some of those things indeed happened. You had concerns about a big investment that's happening under unclear circumstances. People are talking about oil being a curse.
I am barely 3 years in the field. I will be making 3 years sometime in August. And this was me feeling like finally someone has seen. Finally, like what I've been fighting for makes sense. When you're entering, especially print journalism here, we start out as freelancers. You might start out like 20 guys. But what this award does is, what it did for me was isolate me from the several freelancers and made me seem a little special. And I got a job. Immediately I got into staff. Even then, I've realized that people trust me with big assignments.
We've seen, tremendous growth in terms of quality. I think journalists have taken on board, the criticism that they received and the criticism that, that they exchange on social media, feedback they get from their editors, from their peers. I get a sense that, the growth is partly accounted for, by journalists, constructively responding, to the feedback and the criticism they've been getting.
Sometimes stories occur to you at night, or an idea occurs to you at night, and you feel the urge to you either type there and then, or the next day you'll be thinking about other things. I use part of the money to acquire a laptop, which and then enables me to do my work everywhere, from everywhere. If I travel I'm in the field chasing a story, I don't need to wait to come back to the office and start typing.
Really, and I would really encourage editorial teams within all newsrooms to take really an interest. If your colleagues or reporters are doing good work, editors should take the initiative to submit this work. And we also want to encourage, in future, we also want to pay more attention to bodies of work, such that instead of evaluating, a single story, we want to put, to credit and put more emphasis on people who are demonstrating a body of work that they have done, they have grown, in a particular subject professionally, and that they bring that, repertorial journalistic expertise on that subject, to their audiences.